Steph Villaman, Jeff Villaman, you know what time it's, people, the voice of the Vins, and we are back for another talk on the transfers. Yes, the deadline ended yesterday, so we're going to do a quick overall, what I rated out of 10, the players that came in, and the players that went out, and where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? How the season will end? Let's get into this, people. Come on, let's go, let's go. I'm going to start with, people might leave the ratings till last. I'm going to show my ratings straight away with this because, again, I spoke to a few Villa fans, people that have been happy with a few circumstances what happened, and I will get to that because I'm happy with that as well, but I'm also not happy with the amount of players that we got in, with the position that we're in on the table and the position with points wise. If we just got a few more players in, made the squad depth a bit more, you know what I mean, then, boy, I don't know where we could end up at the end of the season, but that's all buts. You get me? Now we're going to talk on what is happening right now and it like now. So what? Overall, we got 2 players in. That's mainly it. Yes, people might look at the few players that we got back as in loanies and all of that, but no. Overall, Emery got 2 players in. Yeah, 2 players. Yes, the players that we needed them. Yes, there was. Let's start with it. So we start with the left back, Alex Maleno. We needed him. We 100% needed a left back. We 100% needed a person that can replace Luca Dean and Augustin. 100%. Luca Dean could be a benchman. I don't mind that, but to be starting, we 100% needed a better left back. And Augustin was not the man at all to be that left back at all. So I preferably will say it was a good signing to get him in. Good signing. That's the main thing I would say. That's the best thing of this to come through. It was Alex Maleno. To get that left back, because we all seen what we needed. Emery wanted a better left back to do more pace and a bit more get involved up front, but can also defend. Luca Dean wasn't that player no more. I'm telling you, he might be the highest rating on the Villa squad, but he's not that man no more, 100%. Then we moved to the striker that we brought in. John Durham, something like that. John Durham. Personally, ain't got a lot of stuff to talk about him. I don't know what he's about. I ain't done a lot of research on him, but I have now. But before I didn't do a lot, so I didn't know what he was going to bring. But again, we needed another striker. 100% we needed a striker. But again, I will put that question to everybody again. Is he going to be better than Cameron Archer? Is he better than Cameron Archer? Because we just loaned him out. We loaned out Archer, but we're bringing another striker the same age from a different type of league where Archer has done the Championship and he's played a few games in the Premier League. So that's where I'm questioning with this signing. Don't get me wrong, we need another striker. Under Emery, he might make him the best striker out here in a year or 2 years. So I'm not against it, but I just didn't see the 100% knowledge to it. I thought we were going to get a better striker in, as in like a person that's been in the Premier League or a person that is older, person who's got a bit more catalogue to him. I thought we was going to get one of them, but we didn't. But again, I'm excited because new signing, player that a lot of people don't know about. So I'm happy that he's at Villa. So don't get it wrong, people. I'm happy that we got him in. He's good youth. Bring him up. But we needed a striker for now. We needed a striker for now, especially what I get into the outings. Especially with the outings that we had, we needed a striker. I don't know what happened. Yes, we might have been in talks for Dembele, I think it was. Also, what other striker? There's a few other strikers in talks with. But again, the one who went for Spurs, the Jammer, something like that. Anyway, the one who went for Spurs on loan, he was meant to go to Everton, but he crossed. We was in talks with him, but nothing's came off it. Like, we just got John Durham in. Like, don't get me wrong, good signing, but we needed someone a bit more now. You know what I mean? Not the future. We needed someone now. But again, we take it. But overall, they're the only 2 players we got in. Yes, people, all the Villa fans that are happy and posting pictures. But when he was at the ground, nobody was really backing his brother. Happy feet. Bertrand Traore's back. I am so happy that this brother the loan is terminated. He's one of my best players from last season. If you know and you've been following my channel, you know he's one of the best players that I've been from last season, and I've been backing. So I'm very, very, very happy to see Traore back in the bits. Happy feet, yeah? Because Emery wants the wingers. He needs the wingers. I'm so happy that he used the brain and got Traore back in. Because there is a player in him. There is a good player in him. So I'm happy with that one. People might count it as another transfer in. I really don't. Like, he was already coming back at the end of the season anyway. So for me, it was just, I don't count it as a new signing. You get me? But I'm excited for that to happen. I'm excited. They're the 3 players that we got in and in. That's all I can give you, them 3 players. I'm going to give you my ratings on the in and the outings and then overall. So on the in, I'm going to have to honestly give it a 4. A 4 or 5. Say a 5. I say a 5. We'll give it a 5 just because we got the left back in and we needed that left back. And he brought back Traore. You get me? Them 2 things are boosting it up right now. Overall, plus anything else, no, like John Durham, yes, good signing, but we want it now. Yeah, we don't want a future player, we want it now. So that is my ratings on the in players. Let's get into these outings, innit? Let's get into the outings, car. This is where I'm gonna say some of it was good, some of it was brilliant for Emery to do to make this happen. It was stuff that needed to happen, stuff that we was blind to see why we was getting these players in with Gerrard when he signed them. The loanings, it was shocking, but Emery came in and sorted it out. So let's get on to these outings anyway. So let's just start with the loans, innit? The loans. So we've got Aaron Ramsey going out. We've also got Cameron Archer going to Middlesbrough as well. You've got, who else went out now? Who else? Nakamba. Marvellous Nakamba. For me, the depth, I don't know, I don't understand why we got rid of him. People, what do you think about that one there? Let me know in the comments. Do you think it was the right call to get rid of Nakamba? Or you would have kept him? Personally, for me, I would have kept him. And especially as we also got rid of Sanson. Like, we got rid of 2 midfielders and we haven't brought in 1 midfielder. Not brought in 1 midfielder. Yes, people might say, man, Alex Monroe can play midfield. No. For me, left back, yeah? We have not replaced the midfielders. Sanson, yeah? Not happy about that one as well, personally, for me. For when he came on the last few games before the transfers opened, he was playing alright. He was actually playing alright. He might have got twisted by, what teams he got twisted by? He got twisted by 1 player, man, I can't remember who. But overall, Sanson was actually playing okay. Like, the game against Wolves, he was probably our best player. I think it was Wolves. One of our best players on the pitch. So for me, I wasn't happy with that. And then to get rid of Nakamba as well. Like, Emery, what's going on? We need a midfielder. If you're going to get rid of the players, who are you bringing on off the bench? And after that, who you put in? Chambers, yeah? Chambers, but he was also in talks of getting rid of him. If a bid came in for him, he was happy to get rid of him. So, I don't know where Emery started, and I don't know if he's clearing out, like, he has cleared out quite a lot, so I don't know if he's just getting ready to clear out them to bring in the summer. I don't know. But they're the loans that went out in it, like, the main ones in it. Sanson, Ramsey, Archer, and Nakamba. Yes, some other youth went out as well, but we move on from that. But also Frederick Gilbert? Can't remember his name. Gilbert. He's gone now as well. Over the many years, every time these transfers come round, there's always talks to this brother leaving. Always talks to this brother. Yep, we're ready to get rid of him. Ready to get rid of him. Really didn't give him a chance. A second. We wouldn't say we give him a second chance. I would say it's how it goes. So it go. Weren't bothered about that one day, but the one I was mainly bothered about, yeah. And that's the only player that we sold for cash, really, was Danny Ings. Don't get me wrong, it might have been a right call because the boy got injured after that first game at West Ham and he only was on for like 20 minutes, I think it was. So it might have been a great call, but again, we ain't got a lot of strikers, Emery. We do not have a lot of strikers, so I don't know what you're looking to do. You were putting Traore up front, I don't know, but we do not have a lot of strikers. I would personally say that was not the right call. You should have waited to the end of the season, but 15 mil, well 30 mil, add 3, I think it's 3 mil add-ons if West Ham survive or something like that. It's good business. I will say it's good business, and it's money back in the bank. But again, I'd rather kept Danny Ings. I'd rather have kept Danny Ings to the end of the season to have backup, to be able to change different type of ways we play. I'd rather have kept Danny Ings. That's me personally. But we move, and we move. Also, a couple of loans getting terminated. Had to happen. Had to happen. Man like Jeddy, we want to call from Southampton. Go on. Go back to your yard, yeah? You just don't cut the video right then. Man like Augustin as well. You tried, but you just weren't the player, bro. Like I said from the start, a minute ago, Gerrard got some of these players in, and we had no reason why he got these players in, because these players weren't playing at all. At all. So, for me, that's where I'm really good in it. Got rid of the scraps. Got rid of the scraps that needed to go. So, they're the main people that, they're all the people that went out. So, overall, again, I'm going to give that a 4.5, man. Honestly, I'm going to give that, nah, I'm going to give it, I give it a 5.5. I give it a 5.5 because, again, it's got rid of the loanies that we got in, and we're not even using them, so they're just clogging up the wage bill, clogging it up. So I do understand, I do like that, but to get rid of Danny Ings, for me right now, I might be talking different at the end of the season, but for me right now, I don't think it was the right call to get rid of Danny Ings, or get rid of Sanson and Nakamba. Get rid of one, but not both. For me, I don't think both of them was the right call to get rid of at all. But we'll see what happens at the end of the season. We'll be back at the end of the season to look back in it, and we will look back on it. But we was also, let's get into some of the people that was in talks with, Guendouzi to Dembele to, who else was in talks with now? Last night, Hassam Aouar, can't say his name properly. We was also in talks with Danjuma, like I said before. We was in talks with a lot of people, but again, nothing. We have to wait and see what happens in the summer, innit? Again, I thought Guendouzi was going to be 100% signing, but I don't know what happened there. Like, I'm not happy overall with this transfer, innit? I'm not happy. January transfers, winter transfers. Like I say, overall, I'm giving it a 5. 5, could be a 4. Could be a 4, because 2 players in. Yes, the left back that we needed, 100% behind that one. But the young striker, I'm not nothing against. He might come in and storm the pitch. But yeah, is he better than Cameron Archer? Question mark. And plus, we wanted a player now, not for the future. Yes, it's always good to get. It would have been great if you got the future in, and Unai Emery got another person in, like a now striker. It would have been great, but you just got the one for the future. So overall, I give it a 5 or 4.5, man. You let me know what you think, people. Let me know in the comments. Give me your ratings of these transfers, of this winter transfers. Let me know what you think. Look out for the preview coming out tomorrow as well. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let's go, people. Come on, Villa. You best prove me wrong, you know. You best prove me wrong end of the season, yeah? I'll be back with this transfer talk. Let's go.